Hola, and yokoso to another episode of Dweebz and Japanese. I'm one of your hosts, Khalil. And
Me llamo Patrick. Because he's Spanish and Japanese.
To another episode. Oh yeah, and English, mixing all the. I'm trilingual.
Yeah. Yes.
If only. So this is episode what, like 36, right?
36, exactly. Yep.
Yeah, we're on episode 36, and we just finished episode 3 of Death Note.
Death
You
Note.
can check that out in the watch along. So we got some new rules in this. We got some more establishment of character relationships, like with Lighto's dad,
Yeah.
being the police chief.
Yeah. I don't know his name.
Of the very force that's trying to. Yeah, I don't remember his name either. Is he a Kaicho?
Kacho?
Or is that? Yeah. Is that
Kacho, Keisatsu Keisatsu kana? Let me look.
Keisatsu?
Keisatsu.
Like a police chief? Or...
Keisatsu. Let me look that up.
What?
Keep talking.
I will. But yeah, so that's his dad's actually is leading the force that's trying to stop Light. And we also got some more rules with the Death Note. Apparently, it is decreasing the lifespan of the user, the human user. And we also learned that Shinigami is able to see everyone's name and the date that they died. And he seems to be more of a neutral force, but still kind of helping Light. It's interesting.
Yeah.
Because I feel like if he was like 100% on his side, he could just go fly over to, L and look at him, tell him all the information, but he's not really.
He might be doing that.
Giving him that much. Maybe. I mean, he told him that
from the beginning though, he said he was bored, so he's just like explaining this just to see what happens, kind of.
Yeah, so he's probably just gonna facilitate certain things instead of just, because if he did that, he would end his fun little free movie or whatever. If he just killed Light L immediately.
Yes, it's kind of.
So he's probably gonna kind of nudge things.
But he is a death god, so
yeah. And he's bored, so what else is he gonna do except?
Yeah. Kind of his,
what did you think of it?
By the way, Keisatsu Shocho is head of police station. Keisatsu Shocho. Shocho is like chief of something, like office, police. Chief superintendent is Keishicho. But Keisatsu Shocho is... Anyways, not very important. But yeah, what I think about it, I think it was interesting. I can see what you mean by all the rules being piled on now. But that's my one question, right? It's like, okay, so Ningen, humans, if they use the Death Note thing, then their lifespan is cut in half, right? Every time they use it is what he was saying, something like that.
Is it every time they use it, or
I don't know if it's every time. He's just saying that it halves. So it makes me think that every time he used it halves. But then Raito is already like dead or something because he's used it hundreds of times now based on what I saw in the notebook, right?
Right.
Like all the names. So I don't know what that means, but he was also saying that death gods actually their lifespan increases when they use it. And so that's
that's why they use it.
That kind of makes sense, right? Yeah. But what's weird is that like I thought that in the beginning the Death God was saying that he created the notebook for fun. So I guess this is also like the fun part, right? Is that he created it, put it into the world, and then also if Death Gods happen to be around and use it, then their lifespan increases. Which makes me think that like maybe later in the show, we're gonna have more Death Gods like appearing other than him, and trying to use the Death Note notebook for some reason.
Yeah, to get more lifespan.
Get more lifespan or something. Which, yeah, I don't know. And then, yeah, so
right.
I don't really know how
we
old
could at least
or how
assume
like
every
long.
death god has a death note.
Yeah. Well,
Right.
I don't know if we can assume that because I think he said he made it. He made it for fun.
Oh,
So,
he
like,
made it?
Yeah, that's what I remember him saying in the beginning, at least.
Gotcha.
Maybe
I thought he just intentionally left it there, but yeah, I don't know.
Well, he did. I think he left it there, but he said he
Let's
created
see.
it for fun, just to see what happens.
Dang. Okay.
But and then at the ending too, when they were talking, he was saying, Raito was saying that, hey, well, also Shinigami was saying, if you use this, obviously as a human, your lifespan is going to decrease, blah 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 blah. But and then Raito was like, oh, is there any way that I can like borrow your power? And so basically not kind of have that. Well, actually, I don't know if there's probably still a consequence because he's still a human, right? But he's saying that, yeah, if you want to use my eyes to make it easier, then yeah, you can use it. So like basically, right though, I think he just brushed off the having of his life thing. Like he doesn't really even care anymore. He's like, I still want to do this.
Cool
he's like so obsessed with it. So he's like, I don't really care about that. Can you just give me your eyes to be able to see the lifespans of people and then their name? Being able to, so like I don't know how he's gonna borrow his eyes, or maybe just like ask him, have him.
That would probably be the easiest way.
That'd probably be easier too.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's and then also you were saying too that the Shinigami, he's only helping him and not Eru. And Eru, we don't really know who they are yet, but all the police people are interested, and then also the one couple, like the three of the police officers too, resigned because they didn't really like working with L because he doesn't show his face, he or she. I think he doesn't show their face, and so yeah, it's like some progression. I guess the main progression though that we're talking about is like the rule thing, the halving of the lives, or extending the life. So that was kind of the main point of the. Oh, then also like you said, his dad is also the police chief, so they're trying to figure out who this person is and what's going on, and it's his son. Which adds the depth of complexity. The killer's in the house, exactly.
It does.
So that's pretty interesting. We'll see how that comes out at dinner or something like that. Like some interesting fact. Although he's pretty quiet, but like some interesting fact comes out of dinner. He's like, "Hey, have you tried looking, at schools? The one that I go to, or something. I don't know. Like trying to give his dad hints just to get him on the right path. He probably won't do that.
I think he thinks too highly of himself to do that.
There's a lot of like narcissistic angst here for sure. All right, let's move on.
Oh yeah, there is.
All right, I think is this wide enough? Does it need to be wider? Is this better? This is better, right?
All right. Yeah, that's better. Whoa. Okay, that's fine. All right, so moving on to the famous Wall of Shame words. My first one is a new one. Let's see. It's made of two radicals, life and kicking. So when life kicks you, you got to express yourself. Apparently, yeah. And so it means to express, and the reading is and I'm at 50-50. So with the flip of a coin, I can get it right.
Interesting.
Yeah.
For both, that's interesting.
Yes.
That's a new word, isn't it, for you?
Yeah,
or a new kanji.
It is, yeah. And the next one is a new word, but it's made of older kanji. It's a jusho, which is address.
Yep.
Which kind of makes sense because it's the place where you live.
Yes.
Living place. And
Dwell
I'm at 1533 for some reason.
So jusho is hard.
Probably the reason. apparently because I think it's because Jew, I forget, it's one of those cases where I forget the elongated sound.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
so that always trips me up.
Yeah, 住所.
Not
Yeah.
住所.
住所.
Yeah. All right.
住所.
What do you got?
I got
Patrick.
Sue. Fantastic.
Well, that's kind of
never gonna pop
weird.
up. And then I got
What a
Dosha.
coincidence.
What do you mean coincidence?
Oh, you'll see.
Oh, okay. And then Dosha. Dosha is dirt, sand, right? But it means sediment.
Mm-hmm.
And the reason I have 50 is because Dosha, this is sa, not sha. And so that exception, reading exception is confusing for me. Dosha. So I keep getting this right, but I keep getting the reading a little bit wrong. I keep writing dosa instead of dosha. So
interesting.
that's it for me. Favorite words recently.
All right, you got a couple ones. First one is Jigen. It's
Jigen.
Shoot, is it Jigen? Is it? I forgot. Is it like dimension or something? Or
dimension. Perspective.
And that's cool. Just sounds cool. And let's see, it's made up of the kanji next.
Ready, cool. I'm gonna go to a different dimension here.
Do it. What?
Sorry, that was kind of lame.
What did you turn into Ant-Man?
Different Jigen. Zooming in and out.
All right. And the next one, that's why I said it was a coincidence, because
it's a Quinky
I
Dink.
put that on without seeing yours. Quinky Dink. So yeah, spoiler, it means sand, and it's cool because it's made out. The kanji's literally small rock, and that's funny to me.
Yeah. Makes sense.
And it's pronounced Suna. Is that the vocabulary
Suna,
for it, or is
yes.
that Suna?
That's the kunyomi. Yep. Vocabulary.
Cool. All right. Next, we got tsubomi, which is like a flower bud. Can you scroll down a little bit?
Yeah.
Please. Thank you. Yeah. So what do we got? This is made out of flour, rain, and rice field. Kind of makes sense, I guess, if you think about it.
Flower, rain, rice field, flower, bud. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's a budding
flower.
That
one is, and then the last word, this is a new one, completely new one for me, so I don't know the radicals, but except animal, but this was said in Death Note a lot.
Yeah.
What was it? It means crime.
Yeah.
Or like Hanzai.
Yep.
Hanzai, crime. They were mentioning that a lot when they were doing their little information
gatherings.
Yeah.
Trying to figure out what's going on. Yeah.
Yeah. So those are the words this week.
Flailing around. Yeah. Cool. So I got a couple. Most of them are from the manga, which we're gonna be reading in a second. Yeah. So keimai means older brother and younger sister. So ani is older brother, and then mai is imoto, right? Imoto.
Mm-hmm.
Imoto, and then
Wait, so what's the full phrase?
mai is the onyomi, and then ke is the onyomi for ani. So keimai. So older brother, younger sister is the word, and so
interesting.
keimai no kanke is like, or keimai kanke, I guess you can say older brother. The connection between the older brother and the younger sister, type of thing.
Oh, I see.
Yatsukeru means to finish off, like as in to defeat. Yatsukeru. If it's just yeah, there we go. To finish off. I don't know if you can see that.
Wow.
To beat, to attack an enemy, to do away with, to finish off. Yatsukeru. Next one is yujo, which is relationship, friendship, camaraderie, fellowship. I think friendship is probably better. Ichi is coincidence. I wanted to say that a couple of minutes ago, and then also like cooperation, which is weird to me. So a bunch of different meanings for that.
It's very interesting.
Yeah. Manjo is like the entire house, or all of the, like the, you're in a concert, the entire house, like all of the audience. Nakami is like the middle of something, mostly like food. Let me zoom out here. Contents,
Food.
substance, filling. It's like nakami, like a custard filled bread. Like nakami is something. Yeah. Hokoku is just like report, information. Jihyo, I already said this during the episode that we were watching. That means resignation. Kudoi means tedious, repetitious, verbose. Lots of different synonyms. Meizumari means to be clogging up. It's interesting. Utagao means to doubt. And I always forget this word during conversations. I always forget. So gimon is another. It's like a noun, and it also means to doubt. It means doubt. But gimon suru kind of sounds weird. I guess you could say that, but utagao is the verb for doubting. I know the kanji. I always just forget for some reason utagao. So I want to put it here to remember. Yeah. So that's it for me. We're going to go ahead and read the thing now, which has a lot of these words in there. So let's go read it.
Story time.
Pastel Kazoku, our favorite manga. She's like falling down or something. I don't know what's up with the pigtails. Going up.
Yeah, she's falling.
Look at that. もう一つの敬米. So, another older brother sister thing. That's basically what it means. 一つ like thing.
Gotcha.
One thing. Yu-chan, jinsei game yaro. Let's play the life game of life, basically. So, they say jinsei game. Then keimai. Older brother, younger sister. Oh, 懐かしいな. And the next one. 俺たち仲間良しkeimaiだよな. That's what he's saying. She's all happy. Then she's watching the TV. ちょっと待ってね. やっつけちゃおうから. No, she is playing, isn't she? Oh, yeah, she's playing the video game. Yeah. ちょっと待ってね. やっつけちゃおうから. So, she's playing this fighting game, and then like,
she wants to.
So やっつけちゃう means like, I'm gonna finish this person off. Oh, and then it's loading again. あれ? 俺ロード時間の暇つぶしで呼ばれた? So, 俺ロード時間の暇つぶしで呼ばれた? So, 俺ロード時間. Roll the jikan is like the loading time, right? Roll the jikan no himatsubushi. So himatsubushi means basically to pass the time. So the time of the loading screen. You called me basically to pass the time of the loading screen. So he's waiting for her to finish the matches, and then the loading screen is when she makes a turn.
Oh my god.
Yeah. 一回眠って。Shin no yujo, there's the yujo again. Shin is like actual or real. Sincere, sorry. Sincere is another meaning. So sincere, like sincere friendship, a real friendship. Shin no yujo wa kenka o tojite hajimete wakaru memo nano ja. Sorry, mono nano ja. Hajimete wakaru mono nano ja. So, the first time that you fight is when you really understand how strong, like, how good your friendship is, how sincere your friendship is. So she's saying this. 目玉焼きにはソースだろう。てめえ、ぶっ殺すぞ。ケッチャップだろうが。So they're fighting about 目玉焼き. 目玉焼き is basically sunny side up. A sunny side up egg. So they're fighting about the way to eat it.
Yeah.
Which is interesting. So, ketchup だろうか. Mayonnaise でしょうが. So she's like imagining fighting with her friend. 翌日, the following day. なんだ. 目 目玉焼きにかける醤油なんだ。何がShe's trying to start the fight about how to eat 目玉焼き sunny side egg. Manjo ichi. So manjo is like the whole house. Ichi is either cooperation, coincidence. There's a bunch of different meanings, but in this case, it's like cooperation, I think. 何の話をしてるの？何の話をしてるの？マヨがクイズ出してきた。マヨがクイズ出してきた。クイズじゃない。Sorry. クイズじゃない。クイズじゃない。That's what she's saying. 塩だろうが。何よ。しおりちゃんとけいちゃんは目玉焼きに何をかける？さっきのは何だったんだろう。おい。さっきのは何だったんだよ。おい。So, do you understand what's happening here? So she's
yeah, she's trying to start it with her now.
Yes, exactly. Yeah. 目玉焼き醤油だよ。目玉焼き醤油だよ。私も普通に醤油だな。私も。So Mayo and her, what's her name again? Kate ちゃんは目玉焼きに何をかける？ So her name's Kate ちゃん. And then this is Yu ちゃん, right? Yeah. Well, so she just says, oh, I just put show you soy sauce in it. And they're both happy and she's like, what? Yeah. 説明. So suddenly my room just got really bright.
Oh yeah, it did.
Okay. 目玉焼きって焼き方と食べ方が重要だよね。まあ、半熱は基本だよな。So, 半熱 means like half heat. So, stove, like half heat. Like the way you eat it, so this is what she's saying. Like the way you eat a sunny side egg is really important. 重要. 重要. So 半熱は中身が漏れるから最後にお皿舐めるよ。泥。So 半熱は so with half heat, the contents, the egg yolk basically, 中身漏れるから最後にお皿舐めるよ。漏れる is like to leak. It leaks out, and so you can lick the plate at the end. しおりは真ん中に穴開けて醤油入れて黄身だけ一口であって食べるよ。So, do you understand? So, しおりは真ん中に穴開けて醤油入れて So, 穴開けて means like open a little hole 醤油入れてinsert, like put in some soy sauce. 黄身だけ which is egg yolk. Yellow middle part basically. The yellow middle part. 黄身 means egg yolk. 黄身だけ一口で一口 is like one bite. 口 is mouth. 人 is like 一つ like one. So with one bite. 一口であって食べるよ。Eat with one bite. So eat the entire thing, or at least the egg yolk with one bite. やってみせなくていいから。So she's showing
They're both
Yucha what's going on. I thought her name was Kei-chan though. I'm confused.
Yeah, it is,
Isn't
right?
it Kei-chan? Wait a minute. Sorry. This is the older brother, isn't it? Yes, I got confused.
Is it?
It's like in the beginning, it's.
No, Kei-chan.
Oh no, I'm sorry.
Glasses on.
Yeah.
Or, yeah.
Yeah. So
Well,
this is
they do
Kei-chan.
look really similar.
This is Kei-chan. Yeah.
Yeah.
So ケイちゃんは目玉焼きに何かける？さっきのは何だったんだよ。おい。Okay, I see. So, Oh yeah, yeah. 私も普通に醤油だな。私も. But that's the end. Okay, I see. I didn't realize that Kei-chan was also saying that. Okay, makes sense. Sorry if everybody was like following that properly and I wasn't.
It's all good.
やってみせなくていいから. Okay. Oh yeah, okay, I did read this far. Okay. 言えない。ケイちゃんはどうなの？特別な食べ方するの？ So she's asking ケイちゃん. How do you eat it? She says, 私もしおりと同じで、最初に真ん中に穴開けて、she opens a little hole and she's thinking about it. 私は目玉焼きなど食べない。あれ? She's like, I don't eat I don't eat sunny side eggs. I'm like, huh?
That's not true. She's just weird.
She's just all confused. She's like, I don't really understand this conversation.
I think she just didn't want to tell them the weird way she eats it.
Maybe that's what.
If she sucks out the yolk from the egg.
Oh yeah, I see. Yeah. That is a little bit. Yes, I think you caught it better than I did. Yes. She doesn't want to explain that weirdness. 私は食べ焼きなど食べない。目玉焼きなど食べない。など means like etc. It's funny that she if like Mayo just started asking her like, hey, show us how you eat it, and she starts like acting it out. Then she gets to that point, she's like, oh. Awesome. So we're gonna pause it here. Hootie, we're gonna continue with Hootie next time.
Hootie.
I see you had something in the notes. Did you want to explain that?
It was in regards to that channel I was trying to recommend last week. That it's like it's for kids, but it's like they have Pokemon shorts, so like Pokemon. It should be right up your alley. They do little shorts of. They're kind of one-off stories in the Pokemon world. Like the one I saw was Yume no Tsubomi. So it was about like a little girl named Tsubomi like getting her first Pokemon, I think.
Oh.
But yeah, they're all in Japanese, of course, because it's a Japanese channel. So poke around there.
Tsubomi is the word that you taught us, right? The rosebud.
Yeah, for some reason it was all in katakana for the title. Of the video.
Yume is like the dream rosebud.
Yeah, like the dream of Tsubomi, which is the girl. And I think it was to have a Pokemon or something. But yeah, there's more. They release them regularly. The reason why I was able to remember is because it was someone on Twitter was talking about a new episode. So I was like, oh yeah, that's exactly what I was trying to figure out.
Cool. Yeah, that's
check
awesome.
It out.
That's awesome. It's available on YouTube for free, right?
Be perfect for you. Yeah, exactly.
Sweet.
And we could put a link to the channel or something.
You should link it right here, and I'll put it in the description.
Okay.
Sweet.
Yeah. I can do that. But yeah. So check it out. There's also other things. I'm not really sure what they are. But
on the
I
channel?
like the little animations they have. Yeah.
Yeah.
On the channel.
Very cool. Yeah, especially if you're a super big Pokemon fan, which a lot of people who want to study Japanese are. So,
that's true.
Very neat.
Adding the link.
Cool. Yeah, YouTube and like Netflix and platforms like that are obviously really easily accessible by people. So,
yeah,
it's great to have resources there to recommend because people can very easily pick it up. I mean, there's a lot of shows too. I mean, now that there's the internet. And there's like basically everything on the internet. You're able to find like pretty obscure stuff to download on places. But there's a lot of series though that you still have to buy, like in Japan, for example, that maybe only ran in Japan and weren't super popular, but they're really interesting. That you have to like go buy a DVD for in Japan. Like you have to go buy the DVD.
Interesting.
It's weird. So
yeah,
a lot of people do, like people who are interested in sharing files and stuff online in Japan, they'll like rip the DVD and then put it online for people to download. So usually you can find things. But yeah, it's kind of interesting that there's just like still CD and DVD stores in Japan that are huge, like Blockbuster, Hollywood Video type of, stores. If you even remember those. So I don't know, it's cool when you can watch these newer things on YouTube and
Blockbuster.
Streaming services. Yeah. All right.
Because sometimes things just get lost.
Yeah, exactly.
Media.
Especially when
you're like being engulfed in the sun.
Yeah, when they upload like the old shows, and like all the old episodes and all the old movies and stuff on the internet and on these streaming services, because it keeps it alive longer versus just like rotting on a DVD that nobody's gonna watch. Yeah, it's cool.
Sitting in an archive somewhere. Yeah.
Yeah. Awesome. Well, let's end this episode here. Thank you guys for listening and learning some Japanese with us. We always learn something every week. So I think we're still talking about the game, the Japanese game Let's Play maybe that we might do. If you have any suggestions, let us know. I think we have a couple. Basically, we can turn any game and turn on Japanese subtitles or whatever.
Yeah.
Let's figure out some game that we can play together. That would be fun. Even like Minecraft, for example, which would be kind of weird, but I think a more story game would be better. I think because then we have to actually read and understand the story.
Exactly.
Maybe one of those like slice of life, creepy. Maybe not creepy because those are so cringy, but the slice of life games where it's like the point and click, it's just like a bunch of text. Maybe one of those would be good too. There's a lot of those. So like the life simulator or whatever. Yeah. All right.
Yeah.
Let's end this bad boy. Sayonara. Bye bye, Keen. Until next time. 次。また来週。また来週。また来てね。じゃあね。バイバイ。Man, I'm having troubles covering up this time.